Welcome, race fans from around the globe. Here they come, out of turn 4, to the white flag, and it's 1 to go.
All right, welcome back, sim racing fans, to Wendigo Studios coverage of the split decision triple threat Elswick eSports Hotlanta 90, coming to you live from the virtual iRacing old configuration of Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia. As always, I'm Harold Darner, your lead producer and my lead announcer, my commentator, my right-hand man, Ken Kushwa, in the booth with me. Ken, we've gone from Phoenix in the desert to none other than one of the largest cities in the United States of Hotlanta.
Atlanta, absolutely. That's a mouthful, by the way, Harold. You just had to spit out.
I know, it's just blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Elswick eSports Hotlanta. I mean, goodness gracious, it took 3 minutes just to do that. But now this ought to be a good one. I love the old configuration. They may not, but I do. So I'm kind of excited about tonight.
There's our sponsor, Elswick eSports, the driver of the number 66, and several other drivers out here on the race course. I don't see Mr. Elswick. I do know he's inside of the hurricane zone. Did ask for provisional if he's unable to make it tonight.
I don't see him listed, yeah.
So other, a lot of drivers that are worried about that. We were talking about it off camera today, that the rain bands basically been doing a lot of damage. I got friends of mine in Florida, and we and I were talking about it, and both of us pretty understanding of weather phenomenon. That thing hit Tampa, or Fort Myers, at southern of Tampa,
yeah,
and then went across the state through Orlando, and then back out the other side up, and then hitting in the Charleston area in South Carolina again, and now it's heading up towards Pittsburgh.
Yeah, so my brother's in the path of it, and my daughter in Morgantown is definitely in the direction of it. But by then it should just be a depression and cause them lots of wind and rain, but nothing to, The only problem in West Virginia is once you start getting heavy rains, the water just comes down through those mountains and it'll flood in a hurry, and they've seen it before. So I hope that doesn't happen this time around. But and then we have a few friends. Yeah, we have a few friends down there. I think wasn't Gitchell like in the heart of it all, if I remember correctly?
I know
he was near it.
Yeah, I saw Gitchell racing with me last night. So
okay.
Yeah, so
I thought I saw
Boston
pictures.
Either, so.
One of the guys posted pictures of on Facebook that they were, the canals were filling up, or something was filling up pretty quick. So,
and this is Gitchell saying that he's got a ride for the camera today, is what he said, for the hurricane.
Good.
So I'm trying to see if I can get us turned around on it. It was like a pizza or spaghetti.
Spaghetti. Yeah, that's all. I'd say that car makes me hungry, but after what I just ate, it's not working. Yeah.
Got his couple wins on there, the win stickers.
Yep.
Drunk Donkey Spaghetti.
Okay.
It's Drunk Donkey Spaghetti Models.com. So I'll have to ask him about that if we get him in the
That's going to be an interesting story, I have a feeling.
There's a Strawberry Kid up here watching with us. I believe he'll be saying something about Clark, maybe.
I'd be shocked if he didn't.
Oh, man, Clark's got a wrong color on that car. What's going on here?
That car does not look like the car that supported us all this time.
An American Airlines car.
Well, you know what? My sister just started working for them, so he's technically supporting her then.
Okay,
there we go.
Yeah.
My aunt works for him as well out of Dallas, so
okay.
We'll take that.
No cabbage on the car, though.
No, I've noticed that the cabbages have been falling away lately.
I even talked about it enough, so I'll have to fire up the conversation.
It's fine. You can leave it out. No, it's fine. We don't need to bring it back up again.
So we are done with practice. We'll be jumping over to the qualifying session. There's Patrick Anderson checking in.
Yes, indeedy. He is on the Facebook, where Strawberry Kid's on the YouTube, and nobody is on the Twitch.
No one's on the Twitchy.
Well, not according to what I'm seeing, so.
All right, so we're looking at the time in sim of just after 4:45 in the afternoon on May the 15th of this year. So that's our weather.
Oh, that's going to be warm.
Yep. Currently, let's check out the weather system that we have for qualifying. Presented by Butt Kicker, Elswick eSports Hotlanta 90 weather, partly cloudy skies. Temperature in the air is 81. The track temperature does not fail us at 108. And the relative humidity 59%, and winds are coming out of the north at 2. So pretty much no wind at all really to affect Hotlanta in the way it's configured. And 108 degrees on the track during solo qualifying.
That's a nice warm temperature for a track.
Just slightly warm.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get in it here. See, we got looking at the track. See who we got out here working the track already. Looks like Gortman out on the track, and thank you. Mr. Gitchel's just now taking out to the track, so let's try to get with him. Start us off here with Mr. Gitchel. Got our onboard there, Mr. Michael Gitchell. Go to my favorite camera. Here we go. So we're going to be able to talk about how to get around Atlanta here inside of the Cup car with Mr. Gitchell. See how he gets high and wide in that first out of 4 to get to that stripe, diamond that thing over there on the D shape into the turn number 1. Out from the outside, diving to the inside of that corner. A little bit on the high side as far as I can tell. We'll see how it works for him. But mid to high off. High on the backside, down the back stretch.
So this is actually the reverse of what it is today, right? They flipped the track basically.
Well, they also widened the track and gave it some more banking, which is why it's got the super speedway feel. But this time he came really tight to the bottom corner off of 4. Back to the stripe for his second lap here. You see him up against the wall, diamonding down the corner. And there he goes. There he hits the apron right there for the single apex onto the outside, which is why they say, oh, hold on to it, Michael. You could hear the right side breaking free, that right rear, so he was slideways through out on the back stretch. It's going to definitely hurt his time. He comes off of 3 and 4 here for the final time to the checkered flag for the end of his qualifying. Is the flagman throwing the checkered flag out. Crosses the line, and Gitchell gets a 5th spot, it looks like, for him. 17th overall, so you could tell he was definitely really loose with that car coming off of turn 2.
Yeah, I like the gyro cam view too. It gives you a really good idea of how much banking is on when they go around that track. So that's a good view.
He says, Strawberry Kid says he still loves those guys. So Mr.
Yeah,
Clark's got it.
panel.
It's on the back. So I'll make sure we get to that as far as we can. So let's see here. We got one of the trucks that's kind of leading the way here. Let's look at our drivers here. There's Richard Crane in the second spot. Joe Turkle has the fastest car tonight. With another driver out, Mr. Humphreys getting his in here in his Xfinity.
Good design. No camels.
Admin box. That's funny. I actually know the guy that makes those.
How about that?
That's Mr. Fish who does that. Those are the guys that know. It's another one of the guys with Black Magic or USRLA. So they're going to be starting back up here soon as well. So let's see what else we got here. Matthew Boston Wheeler out on track.
Looks like the trucks are pretty quick today again.
Yeah. Now with the trucks, this is one of those tracks with the truck that you're going to basically be wide open all the way around.
That's what I was about to ask.
What's up, Strawberry Kid? You got to say something.
Oh yeah, go ahead, say it. Get it off your chest.
Yep, get it off your chest. It might be hard. Who knows?
He's thinking. He's typing it out. It's fine.
Cool,
it's
that's
coming.
fine.
It's coming.
Everybody has criticisms. You know, it all works. It works. There's what happens when you lose that right rear.
Wow.
Exactly that.
Slide. How far down did he slide that thing like that?
That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
So McKinney, Boston Wheeler, and
I wonder if since the horse is back out on the track, if we're going to start to see some Aprils jumping up there and some other people jumping up there that we haven't seen in a while.
We do have 19 people watching. So
we do. Oh. No one said hi except for Patrick and Strawberry Kid, and that's it. So.
All right, so Garrett out here going to get his first lap in. We have 31,597. Gonna put him into the top spot 4, and he brushed the wall there. So he'll be on a top spot right now for the Xfinity Series. So top for the Cup is Taco Gortman, and Joe Turkle is leading the way for the Truck Series. There's Mr. Ramsdale.
Now, we were talking about it earlier, Harold, and maybe you ought to let them know about the class speeds and stuff like that.
Yeah, the Truck Series, just like we were at Kansas in the Throwback Thursday series Thursday night throwdown series, right? Thursday night throwdown. Yeah, okay, I think that's it. Anyway, the trucks in these 1.5s has the ability to be wide open all the way around the racetrack, and basically coming in from the high to basically a single point apex diamond, the corner as we say, and come off without losing any speed. So it feels like a super speedway in a truck, where the Cup car and the Xfinity car, you're going to have to slow her down in one way or another, either lifting, braking, changing your point entry, because it just has too much horsepower, and if you keep it mashed all the way down, you'll find the outside retaining wall.
Nice.
And that never feels good.
I would assume not, no.
And if you got your force feedback turned up like I do, and you hit the wall, and you hook your thumb like you do on a regular car in your house, you're going to hurt. You're going to take your thumb with it.
Yep.
So there's Bethany. So she's going for Mr. Gibbs. So Jeff Ramsdale finishing up his. And Dylan Clark now. Here we go. Let's check out that rear that we said that he has. So there's our chase view. And I don't see the one to go there.
Quarter panel.
On the quarter panel. Yeah. There it is in the bottom right there. All right.
Yep, there it is.
So like right there. Up. Is it?
Nope,
There it is.
There it is. Yeah. And Bethany, it is a fine day for a race. You are indeed correct.
And you can see these are their win stickers. Dylan has one on there from this year. Josh McKinney. There you go. After Dylan. Well, Strawberry Kid, unlike NASCAR, well, actually, like NASCAR, we're like Fox, and we only report what NASCAR does. We don't know about it. They didn't tell us about it, and we let them be race control, and we get to talk about what happens on the track.
Yep. We can't talk about what we don't know. That's the biggest thing. Would we say something about it? Well, you've listened to me. I have a tendency to say what I'm going to say when I say it, and I think, what was it, last week or the week before, I said something, and
yeah. Well, we on that note though, with NASCAR, since you are in one camp and I'm in another camp, I think that was utter completely crap that you have 25-point penalty to one driver and the other guy's trying to spin the dude out under caution 7 different times and you don't do anything to him. I'm just going to say that. At Texas last week.
Yeah.
In the real boys with your number 11.
Yeah.
He got mad because he got bumped just after the caution came out. And it put it through the grass, and then he basically went and was
spun, Harold. He didn't get bumped. He got spun out under the caution.
You need to go back and look at the in-car camera. He got hit square from the rear end and basically took the car down through the grass. That was what happened.
Well, whatever.
But what he tried to do, he tried to spin Byron out under caution, and he was out of position by at least 15 cars. So, and then he didn't get nothing. One car did. I think that is NASCAR playing in the wrong spot. You're gonna do something, everybody.
You mean because it was your boy Byron? Is that why? Is that why?
If you're gonna do what either they both deserved a penalty or neither one of them deserved a penalty, because one was trying to retaliate under caution just as much as the other guy did. So
I hope that people did recognize that Ty Gibbs finally got fined.
Yeah, he did.
What was it, 50 grand or something like that? So
all right, so the fastest car are trucks, but as we talked about earlier, we're going to give you the grid as I see it based on what's going on by speeds. But yes, and they may change this up. They want to figure this out on the track. But got Turkle and Cusimano, the top two, then Crane and Kevin Guerrero, Ethan Michaels and Douglas Wysocki, then DJ Trout and Taco Gortman being the fastest Cup Series car.
Robert McMillan and as we continue speed-wise, Joe Brewer, Kevin Garoni, Justin Gibbs, Garrett Seidner, Ryan Tiny Horse Johnson, Dylan Clark, and Keith Fonseca.
And continuing on, Jeffrey Ramsdale puts himself 17th. 18th was Sir Kremet the Great. That's why he says Sir Great. John Peterson, Josh McKinney, that'll be 19, 20, 21, and 22 is Corey Harris and Harley Barletta. Nathan Manwaring and Adam Benefiel are in the 23-24 spots. And there we go.
Oh, sorry, Matt Kopp, Michael Gitchell. I was looking down. I apologize. Vinny Tybee, Patrick Anderson, Matthew Wheeler, John Humphrey, Kyler McCarthy, and Josh Tulsa.
And last one here is Stephen Wood in the 33rd position. And Adam is the race controller in the 720.
Adam remote control.
That's right. So
Adam remote control. So I'm guessing they've moved them all around and trucks are where trucks belong and yep.
So basically what they've done, and I got to figure out how to get our timing and scoring to do this, because this is class racing and this is like the first class racing I've really broadcast. They're setting them up in their classes. So Taco's the fastest Cup car. Outside of him is Justin Gibbs. Then Ryan Johnson, Dylan Clark, Keith Fonseca, Jeffrey Ramsdale, Sir Kremet the Great, Adam Benefiel, Michael Gitchell, and Josh Suse. And then you get into Garrett Seidner in the second class. Outside of him will be John Peterson, Josh McKinney, Corey Harris, Harley Barletta, Nathan Manwaring, Matt Kopp, Vinny Tabby, Patrick Anderson, Matthew Boston Wheeler, John Humphrey, Kyler McCarthy, and Stephen Wood. And then the trucks will be all the way in the back here as we're getting ready to roll. So we'll be back with the main guys, and let's start this race off.
You know, if they had no class like me, Harold, this wouldn't be a problem.
Yep. Green flag. Here we go.
By the way, Carmen says that Matthew makes fun of her for liking Byron. Hey, join the club. I make fun of Harold for liking Byron, too. Hey. So, you know, it is what it is.
Number one, he is a Liberty University sponsored driver, which is my alma mater. So, therefore, that's a big one. And then the fact is, I have raced against the guy here in iRacing and I actually like his attitude. So, but a person who's coming up in my list of things is the number 17 driver of Chris Buescher, who has a Sasquatch coin in his car.
That's true. That is true.
Caution is out.
Well, that didn't take long.
So let's see what had happened was. Ooh, big hit here. So we got something back here. Let's try to get to it. Our replay. We're showing 6 cars involved in this from John Peterson. It's going to be right around all the Xfinity Series cars, right where we're at in the second, third spots here.
Little tap there, right?
Oh, the 9.
Yeah.
The 4 reacts into the 17. Down they go. Oh, and the 60 in the back, and a lot more carnage.
That was a lot of reaction.
Yep, a lot of reaction.
A lot of reaction.
Hey, there's CJ. CJ in the house.
Oh, hey, Kathy Joe. So nice to see you.
She had missed our voices. But last time I think she listened to my voice, I was way under the weather, so that's probably a big thing.
Right now, he's above the weather.
Oh, okay. So Dylan won in real life racing last week, and it sounds like Tyler Turtle Rush is I'm off at Atlanta for Petit Le Mans for your new job. Okay. At Road Atlanta.
There you go.
I've been asked to race that in iRacing, so I'm not sure if I want to. I'm not a big fan of Road Atlanta, so.
So see, Kathy Joe just showed her true colors.
No Ryan, no CJ. Wow.
Yeah, no Ryan, no CJ. Okay. That means somewhere out there is a few others that are lurking that haven't said hello to us yet.
Uh-huh. Got it, huh? So, Taco is in the race. So
there's a Dunwoody on the chat.
Where's it? There you go. We will be there next week with 1 or 2 cars next week. Andy, you need to send me you got to send me the setup and what car we're running if I'm supposed to be throwing myself in there. I'm not a big fan of Road Atlanta though. Now, Road America, that's a different story.
I'm all about crashing stuff, so if you need someone to do that, I'm in. I'm really good at that, but... Okay, my Twitter stuff.
Okay, so. Got it. He just told me what we got for the setup, so...
There you go. That didn't take long.
Nope. We did have Andy said we have a new driver who's big on Indy cars, which I am as well, but he's a road ringer for Indy. And he was talking about stuff that I did not know they were able to do. I know that the car can do this, that it can be changed as weight jacker and stuff from in the car. He says he basically sets up hotkeys some way to basically change the car for straightaways. And he's an oval ringer. Oh, okay. So to change the weight jacker going into the corners. And I didn't even think about doing that because I set it and forget it, and I guess he sets it and resets it going in every corner. So I'd screw that up. I'd forget to change it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hard enough time remembering to change the weight jackers as the car loses fuel. You know.
Right.
Yeah, 6,000 high rating equals big brain. Yes. But yeah, you can change the. You can even change the throttle mapping as well in the Indy cars, in iRacing. So you could change the fuel mixture, just like you can in the real cars. And I do know guys that mess with that as well. Me, set it and leave it alone. Worst, the best thing I can do is I'll clutch to save fuel. But I know guys that change the throttle mapping to change their fuel loads, to fuel usage as well. And they know how to burn fuel better than I do. I know how they do that as well. But we're getting ready to go back to green. The leader is Taco Gortman, single file with Tiny Horse Johnson in the back and Mr. Gibbs in the third spot.
It's like 4 people used their cars already.
Yep. And here we go, back under green with 1 hour, 24 minutes remaining, as that first caution was pretty darn quick. Again, that's stuff we were talking about, Ken, you know, for the 24-hour the Rolex 24 at Daytona that we're trying to get you to spot us for. That's one of the things the spotter can remind the driver of, is changing the fuels, mixtures, and such like that.
Y'all better educate me. Either Andy educates me, or you educate me, or someone needs to educate me on that stuff, because we all know my knowledge base now.
My biggest thing with a spotter is tell me the faster car's about to kill me.
That I can do. I will tell you when something's about to crush you. But.
Like, you got this really fast thing coming up your rear end, and he's coming in a hurry. That's what I need to hear. The rest of the stuff I can work about myself.
Yeah, I think I can handle that. So, all right, the Tiny Horse has returned, and of course he's right up front as usual. Yep. About 0.3 of a second off Mr. Gortman there, who has been fast lately again. So. Not surprising who's up there.
Well, it's the same subjects, yeah. The same subjects, top 5 all the way, really. You got, you know, Kermit up here, Johnson, Gibbs, Clark. I mean, that's the guy.
Let's take a look at Gibbs' car close. It looks like he changed it again, so we don't have the winged. Which winged? All right, we have the black winged.
This is the gray car.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know how I feel about that one yet. I like the, you know which one I like, the red winged horse, but there's a gaggle of cars coming up behind there with Ramsdale in the lead of those.
Oh!
So. Oh my goodness gracious.
That's number 9, that's Adam Benefiel, and the caution will come out from that. We'll try to get that back as we went to it, so get the replay here.
That was Matthew Wheeler was involved in that too. That's going to hurt.
The number 9 high, you got the 1 here, the 47. 47's without a...
blanked out. He blanked out.
So I wonder if that might have had something to do with something there. As you see, remember we talked about this a lot. Let's try to see if we can get with the number 1 here. So we'll give Ethan Michaels, we'll get a better shot of this. But as cars disappear, you know, they have a different way of seeing what's going on the racetrack.
He was definitely disappearing a lot.
So the 9 of Benefiel's up high. Try to see if I get a better. And you see him blinking in and out. And the 47 without a hood, you know, he's probably a lot slower than Adam thought. And that could have been the problem there. But, yeah.
It almost looked like, when I was watching it, almost looked as if Adam just did not have control because he was gone. And then all of a sudden he blinked back in and he was heading to the wall. So I don't know. That seemed like a bad time for that.
Bethany's not happy with you saying that you are dead wrong about which mobile one's the best colors.
Okay, I apologize, Bethany. I think the gray is my favorite. I don't know what I was thinking. What I meant to say was that gray one looks really, really good. Sorry, my bad. I love it. My favorite part is that she added that it was blasphemy. That's what I liked.
Adam Benefiel, first driver to disconnect for the night.
Well, he was having help, I have a feeling, so he didn't have much choice in that matter. You have to admit, Bethany, I know what you're saying. I do. You have to admit though that the red Pegasus is a good looking. The red Pegasus is a good looking Pegasus. What if he tried the red Pegasus on the gray car? Would that be okay? Can we still be friends with that? I don't want to lose our friendship, Harold, over a horse. I mean,
well,
but
you know, you got Andy, you know, talking about it needs more color. Andy's our, you know, one of our painters. You know, and,
right.
You know, he does all of my cars, which, you know, so if you ever, well, I shouldn't say that. He does all of my professionally painted cars, because there are Harold painted cars too, and
yeah, there are Harold painted cars.
But I mean, the ones that look like really cool with spec maps and, you know, like awesome, those came from Brian Sharp and Andy Dunwoody, the Black Magic guys. So, and you know, they did a really good job. And you know, even the Wendigo Studios emblem is his. So,
and it's a beautiful Wendigo Studios emblem, I might add. So. Well done, Andy.
So we've been doing for a while, Andy and stuff. So, yeah, I may be putting something together if we start doing some racing again, letting people watch us here. So we got so Tyler Rush, he's bummed to miss his race. He's down in Atlanta for his new job, he said.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And compromise, why?
Okay, good. See, that's what I like. I like when our fans are compromising. We can do that. We can do that.
We are compromised.
I just think it would make the great. Yeah, we definitely are. Tyler, we're sorry you're not in the race, but I'm glad you're watching and I'm glad you're listening. And of course, you always have a part in anything that goes on. So just talk away and say what you want. I've got you on YouTube, and I saw you were also on Facebook, so I'm watching everything. I stopped watching Twitch. There was nobody there. There might have been somebody there, but I wasn't paying attention to them anyway, so I pay attention to my fans that are on here. So,
well, it's you know, interesting that you know, in Hurricane Ian decided not to go visit Georgia.
It gave it some rain love
around Savannah, but nothing for Atlanta. They were worried about Atlanta for a while. So,
well, it all depends on how it hooks back in. That's all that matters. If it goes too far out, comes back around. But Atlanta's pretty sheltered, sitting where they sit normally.
Well, sometimes when it hit the Gulf can make it do really weird things. Different. So
the Gulf puts you on the right side, which is the side that feeds it. So
he doesn't like us on Twitch, is what Black Magic says. So
he what?
He says I see how it is. He don't like us on Twitch, is what he said.
No, I love Twitch. There's never anybody on there. So join us on YouTube or join us on Facebook, and then we can talk all day long. But I can only run so many screens. Harold runs 4. I'm currently running 3 plus my phone, which is 4. I was going to add a 4th screen tonight again, but I'm going to leave it the way I have it now. But yeah, I hear you.
There we go. Oh, sliding around on the corner there. Not sure exactly who that was.
That was Harley Barletta. Harley Barletta did not either spun tires or did not get the start they were looking for. And
I'm going to go with the previous part of that.
Funded tires.
Yep. Very easy to do coming off of cold tires. So
yeah, they spend it. They spended it. All right. So what do we got? We got to fill in the race tomorrow. Could have been a wet one. Yep. Oh my gosh, yes. That would be terrible. Petite Le Mans done by rain. Yeah.
It'd be like we have to wear our weight. We have to put the waders on the cars. It'd be like half boat.
Exactly.
Guys out there with oars.
Row your Porsche up and down the road.
Yeah, spun them gone tires. That's right.
Hit the Ferrari as hard as you can and make him go away.
Yeah. It's really, you know, this one thing you and I have talked about with these cars. You know, they're so true to real world racing. When you get these cars, the tires up to temperature and they're sticky, they got grip on them. But when you cool them off with going through a caution, they get hard again. You know, and then they're cold. They'll spin, you know, which has caused that wheel hop that we hear about with Larry McReynolds talking about. Yep. And that's what happened. The guy punches the gas, the car doesn't want to go. Wheel hop happens, and the guys behind him go. So
Got some more fading in and out going on today. I think it was Dylan, but I'm not sure.
So, no Ferris, please.
No Ferraris.
No Ferraris. I don't know. And an amphibious race series could be.
Now, Andy, if you're going to drive that, I'd like to see you drive the amphibious race series. That would be fun.
Yeah. Hey, come on, Andy. Let's not go there. You know, talk about this sticky, and then they go back to not sticky, and then they go back to being sticky again. But that's not what I meant. I got it, Andy.
All I'm saying is, Andy, I was with you. And I'm glad you called him out and I didn't, because it would have looked worse if I called him out. So I appreciate that.
Wow.
Hi, Sonia. Sonia's now watching as well.
Jet boat, please, huh?
Jet boat, please. That would be fun on so you put wheels on the jet boat, and because of the rain, you know, I think that'd be fun. Hydroplaning.
They already have boat racing.
Yeah, but not on the Atlanta, not on the road course.
Not around Atlanta.
Not around Atlanta, they don't.
They just flood the place. Like having a regatta, like a Boy Scout regatta. There, see guys out there blowing with the straws.
Exactly. Augie has chimed in as well. That would. He's coming through. He's coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Bethany comes up with another amazing idea, so we'll have to look for that. The amphibious road Atlanta course.
I always thought it'd be interesting, you know, if you see all these trophy truck races, you know, with the dirt and the pavement.
Yeah.
Maybe they should put a water hazard in one of them.
Absolutely.
That would be really
how many
cool.
are going to get through it, but yeah.
Well, it was like remember the bog that they had for the monster trucks? They would go
they have
boggy.
swamp buggy racing down in Florida.
Yeah. Where they got to change the tailpipe and put it above the water line.
They get through the whole boat on the back of that. Hey, that's pretty much a straight shot on that one. That lake is just square or rectangular, isn't it?
He's talking about the backstretch right now because, you know, all the water that Daytona got, you know, so they're part of that rain ban. I mean, they probably, you know, the testing it like they saw, what is it, oh man, what the heck was the name? Naples, Florida's fire department was completely submerged in water.
It's pretty bad. Naples took a big brunt of it, so.
A jump into a cannonball at Bark River. That would be cool. That would be hilarious. All right, so we're going to go to the first truck here. Joe Turkle has moved up past all the Xfinity cars in that 15 ride, finding his way around some of the Cup Series into the 7th spot overall.
And again, the only difference is he probably can't go as far as the Cup guys can on gas. Otherwise, it's going to be fast.
Like I said, he can just basically wheel it around, and he never has to lift.
That's true.
And he's coming up on these cars. He could use their draft to help him as well, to pull him around as well.
He's on the back of Dylan now.
Yeah.
It should not be long before he hammers down around that. And then he'll pick them off one at a time. That's what he did last week, so not surprising. Hey, we've gotten how many minutes in? Let's see. We've gone. Well, there's the horse, the tiny one. We've not talked about food tonight. I mean,
well, you just brought it up, but you were talking about hot dogs and chili dogs earlier.
Yeah, so the chili dogs last night, chili cheese dogs. I played softball, got done about 9 o'clock, rushed over to the dog house, got 2-foot-long chili cheese dogs and their awesome fries and ate them and slept beautifully last night. And then tonight I got another foot-long dog from somewhere else, and it did not. It kicked me.
One thing I do like about this, the VR headset, is it does feel like a helmet.
It's pretty big. I'm a little surprised as how big that is. But
it's about the same size as the one that I gave you.
Is it? I haven't put that on yet.
It's heavy. You have to get used to it. It definitely is heavy.
I have a big head, so.
Yep, it's pretty heavy though.
Ryan hit some bug right there, and then he's hit 2 bugs so far. Wow.
So leader passing the I Suck car. That's Boston.
It sure
Wheeler.
looks that way, that's for sure.
Oh, wow. Heavy winds and some rain here. And in Greer, South Carolina.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'd just rather wear a helmet. Well, then go ahead and do that, Andy. If you want to put a helmet on, nobody will care. Just don't have a cam on though at the same time.
We just need to make sure that Carmen understands we're not laughing at Matthew. We're laughing at the car. The fact that it said "I suck" on it.
Yeah. Let's go back to that so people understand that it's what he says on the car. I suck. I did not say he sucked. He put it on his race car. So that's what we were commenting on that with the Back Row Esports.
And unfortunately for him, he's already used his car, so this is what you got.
Ooh. Yep. So he's just trying to make it a points night.
Yeah. I mean, he can repair one piece at a time, one stop at a time, I guess, but that'll take a while.
So you're not happy about this winds and rain, so.
It's because she's not allowed to go out, and she hates, first of all, Sonia hates rainy days or cloudy days. She wants her sunshine, and she was still in the pool as of sometime this past week because she had pictures of it. And she got a new heater in it, right? Right, Sonia? New heater?
So Joe Turkle still in the 7th overall position. We look like somebody down low on the racetrack. Let's see who that might have been. Maybe that Vinny Tavi. Yep,
Can't see
47.
Yep.
It looks like he came out of the pit lane, came up on the blend line there.
Bethany said Matt was rat rod racing.
So Andy Dunwoody's asking how much to put a commercial in here. I could get you with the right people to ask that question. So, guys, I'll have you reach out to Andy Dunwoody. I'll get you guys his contact information and see what they say.
We'll get you to the right peoples.
Yep.
That's what Harold's saying.
Yep. Do a side by side.
No heater, Sonia, but you were in there, right? You were there Wednesday. Okay. So at least I have half my facts correct.
Half the facts right.
Half the facts were right. Yeah.
It gets closed on Tuesday, though.
Yeah, here I am working, and I'm looking at Sonia on Facebook, and she's at the pool, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I'm sitting there taking stupid phone calls from people, and there's the pool. So whatever. Well, now it'll get closed. I won't have to see it anymore. So
gotta winterize it.
Yep. Time to get it all fixed. Or turn it into an ice rink. Whichever, She's a little too far south for that.
Since we were talking about food again, since we are heading up to Pennsylvania tomorrow.
You are.
I am. Andy, is Brian going to be working at the diner tomorrow?
Oh, daggone it.
Because Brian's coming back from Outer Banks. He was just at Outer Banks. So.
But he's glad he's heading back.
He has some pictures on Facebook from the Outer Banks this morning, I think is what he sent me.
It's crazy. I mean, we took a few hours here and there and enjoyed. Yep, I know.
So right now we got Gortman, Johnson, Kremet, Gibbs, Clark, the top 5. Looks like our trucks have started to do their pit stops. Kevin Garoni leading the way for the trucks. He has yet to pit in the number 08.
Well, he stretched it out last week, so I'm not too surprised that he's still out there right now. He has a tendency to push it as far as he can and then come in.
Yep. And then the Josh McKinney, the number 11 Xfinity Series.
Oh.
Yep, there goes a pork chop, she says. That's Kevin. His nickname, the Chop.
Hope Chop.
So now we have the Xfinity Series guys starting to come in. Matt Kopp out here leading the way now for the Xfinity. Guess I'll have to send Brian a direct tell somehow and see if they're going to be there tomorrow, because we'll be getting to the park a little later than usual since it's supposed to rain in the morning.
I think you're going to find it's going to rain a lot.
Yeah, we shall see. Lori in her newfound not fear of nothing, wants to make sure she gets that all in before he changes back.
I get it. I mean, it's, but it's probably next weekend is probably going to be nice,
No, she's even talking about going back to New Jersey now.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. Homemade what?
Galumpki.
What's a galumpki? You got to tell me what that is, Kathy Joe. By the way, how's the fam, Kathy Joe? Or is everybody doing okay up there?
Up down there in New Yorker, huh? Up in the upper state New York.
New York, yes.
Near them people, so. Hot dogs. Okay. You just tell me they're not dyed red, and I'll be happy.
Yeah. See, Augie's a man after my own heart.
There's them North Carolinians, they eat them bright leaf hot dogs that they dip in red juice to make them like, stuffed cabbage. I thought I'd recognize that, but
we all know how Ken feels about that, don't we?
Oh, yum, yum, man. Yum, yum, give me some.
I'm not sure what Gortman is doing right now, but that... I don't know what he was doing. Either he just lost it, fell asleep, took a nap.
Here comes Tiny Horse to challenge at the outside.
Yeah, Tiny Horse suddenly showed up, and it looked like the back end of Taco Gortman's car kind of went up.
Well, they're leaning heavily on that right rear tire the way that they've been coming around the higher side. And you can see it right there. See that both cars give a little bit of that right wiggle off the corner. Oscar Mayer, all right, Augie, gotcha. And bright leaf hot dogs scaring me to death. I said, how bad are your hot dogs that you got the paint of red?
Hey now. Color's a good thing sometimes.
No, I'm talking bright red, like fire engine red.
I'd eat them. I'm not scared. If it looks like a hot
Nathan
dog.
dogs. I'll eat Nathan's too. Yeah.
I'm gonna eat them. Yeah, Nathan's are okay. They're too skinny for me. I'm not gonna lie, I do ballpark franks. I always have.
They're plump when you eat them. I mean, when you cook them.
Every once in a while, I'll do Oscar Mayer because I like Oscar Mayer too.
Up here comes Taco under attack by the Tiny Horse. Who's gonna win? And right there's Turkle will go right between them with the better tires.
Yep.
Color is better than gray. Well, I don't know. That bright red is way too much color to me.
He's gonna get Bethany all fired up here in just a moment. So.
No, he's talking about hot dogs. Color is better than gray. Like, a normal hot dog could get that grayish color if it's in the water too long. I think that's what he's meaning.
Yeah, the quarter pound ones. I know what you're saying, Sonia. All right, hold on. Kathy Joe sent me a personal message, so you'll be quiet for a moment. Yep. Okay. I understand completely.
Did she send you a picture of the cabbage?
No. Let's just put it this way. We're gonna pray for her. We'll do that.
Oh, so he's not. He's actually going back to the Gibbs color problem. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna stay back and let the fans fight.
That's what I was trying to say.
I thought he was talking about hot dogs. Man, I didn't realize he's still arguing the color picture. Taco's making that car super big. And I don't know how long is Tiny Horse going to say, you know what, you make the bumper big enough and I'll hit it.
So what I'm noticing here is the trucks, you know what, my gel candle stinks. It went out. It looks like the trucks are somewhere around 30-some laps.
Yep.
And then they've got a pit. There's a few of the... what are they called? The Xfinity guys. Matthew Kopp's sitting on 42. He's running with all the leaders. There's not much of a disparity between them, so some of them are stretching a little farther. But the trucks seem to have, like I said before, the trucks seem to have the least amount of time that they can go.
Yeah, the fuel cells are smaller in the truck series.
Exactly.
But the Cup cars, man, they're at 43 laps and moving. So, Matthew Kopp is also, and Patrick Anderson, all out there still on the same fuel strategy of no stops. As Tiny Horse goes underneath Taco Gortman.
Yeah, I think he's got it. If he stays down low, he should be able to run him down. Yep,
And
there you
he's
go.
able to complete the corner, slide up in there. Ooh, that's that. And you see the wiggle, that right rear.
That right there was
New race leader Ryan Johnson.
Kathy Joe, I'll reach out to you this weekend. I'm sorry. I meant to reach out to you when I heard about it, so I apologize. But and Sonia isn't going to show me any more pool pictures, so that's good. I won't have to worry about that.
Yeah, Tiny Horse to the front. As we're just under an hour now. So we're about 9 minutes away from the stage break caution.
No April, by the way, I noticed.
Well, if she's in here, she's not talking.
She's not talking, but typically she'll at least say hi. So April, if you're out there, hi.
Taco Bell going to go inside a taco.
Dylan's moved up to the 3rd position. And again, these top drivers down 1 through 8 have not pitted as of yet. They've run 46 laps on their tires. I don't think they can go all the way to the 50-minute mark.
No, we'll see.
We did have some cautions, so maybe we ought to get. Oh, I was gonna say the gauges. The gauges don't show you the fuel, do they?
Nope. No, they do not. Right. Just like a real car. They don't show you no fuel. Oh, in the wall, Taco Gortman.
Yeah, I thought he was playing with a little fire going up there that high.
So inside is Dylan Clark as he sees the 6 pancake the wall.
He saw blood on the wall.
Blood's on the water.
Blood on the wall.
Fire in the sky.
Yeah, same thing. Take my songs away from me.
And the American Airlines car now attacking the Taco Hooters car.
And rightfully so. You know, take them down. Here comes another car coming into the.
That's Garrett Seidner, was the leading Xfinity car. And he's back in the 6th spot for Xfinity right now. Top leader is Nathan Manwaring. And they're on, it looks like the same strategy. But actually, no, Garrett's only got 14 laps on his car. So as he went around, that's why he's able to get around. And here comes one of our, is that Ethan Michaels? Or no, the 58. That's actually.
What's going on here, Harold? Harold, cats and dogs living together.
I know. Again, we got all these lap cars moving around, people, and whoa, Dylan Clark, a little bit of a wiggle there as the 6 is trying.
Yeah, a little bit last time too. So, he disappeared on us again.
Yep. And Ryan Johnson leading the way here to 58, getting around him back to the lead lap. So at Dylan 50 laps, everybody will get their lap back who are within 1 lap of the leader of their division. So right now, that should be everybody except for Joel Brewer, DJ Trout, and Matthew Boston Wheeler. So
Dylan blinked his way around Taco Gortman. It was a nice move.
Tiny Horse got real close to the wall that last corner. As Clark now looking to attack.
The trucks are going. You've got a couple trucks out there that are 39 laps and 40 laps, but that's because they must have pitted on one of the first cautions.
Yeah, that's Ethan Michaels and Douglas Wasaki.
And McMillan.
And Robert McMillan, yeah.
Patrick Anderson's been out there on 50, so he's running the same stint as everybody else is up top. I don't know how much farther he can go. Xfinity, I would assume, has smaller cells as well, right? Or do they have the same dual cell size?
Xfinity is more like the Cup Series. Here comes Dylan Clark to the low side. He's got a truck on the inside. Whoa!
He's trying to take it from Tiny Horse.
Yeah, and that truck has better traction at this point. Better tires, and they don't have to lift as much. So Clark sliding down in front of it. It looks like, big run on the back that Tiny Horse had there. Had to get out of the gas to avoid there. No, number 44 of Joel Brewer was the truck in the way there. And that's the number 8, the pork chop there. Whoa, the big wheel out of the Tiny Horse's 38 there.
These guys are all trying to get their laps back the hard way. They're racing back around them.
Yeah, stealing air off that car is what it looked like to me. Could also be that Dylan Clark, as he's blinking in and out, that puts air on and off of the 38. And trust me, that is the worst feeling ever. You get a car that's in front of you and you're dealing with the dirty air. So you have the car, off what you normally would run. Caution is out. And then you have to change it really quick because the car's not there anymore. So you get back to full downforce. That can really upset the car.
And Millen was on pit lane when the caution came out, so I don't know if he's going to get caught there. Or...
So it looks like Gitchell may have been involved in this one.
Really?
We go back here. We got Mr. Gitchell.
Nathan Manwaring.
It looks like Peterson, Barletta, and Gitch.
That's Nate on the inside of him. He gets around. .22 of cop. Oh, the 4. Oh,
the 48
yeah.
was in the wall first, I think. Let's back that up. Yep, it's like so.
Yeah.
So Gitchell hits the wall here. It looks like, and yep, it upsets the car.
He's hitting the wall, and the 4. I mean, they're just coming with a head of steam.
4's like I'm trying to find a get away or get around him. And,
yep, that's just a tough place to be in.
Yep. Almost like Texas.
Look like, yeah. It doesn't look like too much damage.
Right rear went down. Right rear went down.
Oh my
Another
gosh.
race, right rear went down.
Are you kidding me? Like, that was ridiculous. If you had the lead, you were going to blow your tire. I mean, that's just all there was.
34 laps, I think. Boom.
Yeah. Well, this works out well for our Cup guys because they've been out there for quite a while. It puts Garoni in the lead, though.
Well, he stayed out there since he's got only 20 laps on this stint. So he wanted to, I guess, finish the stint. I don't know if this will be the stage breaker or not.
You're pretty close.
I'm thinking it probably will be, but I have no confirmation on that yet.
We'll confirm the confirmation of the confirming once the confirming
confirm
has
the confirmed once we're
Yep.
confirmed.
Once it's been confirmed, we'll confirm the confirming of that confirmation.
Yep.
Yep.
Be breaking news on the confirmation.
This just in. We've confirmed that it's been confirmed.
To be confirmed.
We need help. All right, what else is going on in the world of racing these days? Nothing, right? Bowman is out this week.
Yes.
Concussion protocol.
Which is interesting that he's the only driver in concussion protocol when I know several of the drivers hit the wall just like he did. So,
Dave's confirming that we need help. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate it.
Hey, you missed it, Dave. We already talked about that. What was it said? We're what we were talking about earlier. We're talking about
we've talked about a lot, Harold.
No, I'm talking about there's something about condemning or condemned or something. I don't know. Something. What was it? We were talking about some. I don't know. I messed up now. My brain's hurting. Sorry.
If anybody knows what Harold's trying to say, and Andy, you know him pretty well too, chime on in and try to figure it out. But Andy was still stuck on hot and hard and all that other stuff. So yeah.
But Dave just showed up. I'm sure. So okay, so this is officially
confirm. We're gonna confirm what we can. The confirmation.
Break. Hey, my back row eSports stage break.
Yes.
His cars are now getting back onto the lead lap. So
yes, Kurt Busch is still under, I believe, as well. Although they didn't talk about it.
No, Kurt. I thought Kurt said he's out for the season.
Oh.
I thought Kurt Busch said that's why Gibbs is racing for the rest of the season.
I didn't know he was racing for the rest of the season. I thought he was still going to try to come back.
No, because that's why Bubba's in
I know
car
why
for the
Bubba's
season.
driving the 45 now. Bubba's trying to get them their points for the owners.
Yeah, owners points. That's right. So
Bubba.
anyway, but Dave Gilbert comes in. He didn't hear me talk about the Throwback Thursday racing that we were, I was promoting the league. But I did talk about how I got pinned down a couple laps because I thought a caution had come out. But Dave, I could have sworn I saw that car go over my head. So I'm like, oh, there's got to be a caution. The car's flying. And then there's no car. I'm like, why am I getting lapped by the leaders so quickly?
Kathy Joe, are you telling me that you're eating stuffed cabbage and a beef stick?
Beef steak.
Really? Girl. Well, I mean, it's no different than me eating chili cheese dogs at 10 o'clock at night, so I guess, can't really talk too much about it. I'd like some ice cream, though. Oh, I had ice cream last night, too. Yeah, that went well. Moose tracks.
Oh, so she's snacking as though the cabbage is done.
Oh, okay.
That's
well,
important.
That works.
The cook should never be hungry. Rule number 1 of the kitchen.
I'm just, yeah. All right.
Pumpkin spice ice cream. Okay, Kathy Joe, I'm sorry about that.
I have pumpkin spice ice cream in my freezer right now. I'm not eating it. That's my wife's. I just finished black raspberry, which was phenomenal. I did that 2 nights ago. Last night I finished the moose tracks. Tonight, I don't know. I might go do a water ice. I'm not sure. It's still early.
Chunky Monkey. Ben & Jerry's.
I don't know. Dylan, stop blinking. Maybe they just learned how to. I'm not gonna say it. Strawberry Kid will get mad. I was gonna say something about internet out there in the west. Northwest, excuse me, but I'll leave it alone. What? Parma Sutra. Is that an ice cream? That, okay.
I think for Ben & Jerry's.
Really?
Yeah, they got a lot of weird. They got a lot of weird names.
I know.
Like fish food and stuff.
I like half baked.
Bethany says that it's yours.
It is. With everything I have, all of the fiber in my being, I promise you, it's not mine. My gosh, my wife had me out there. Like it was August, and Wawa, of course, had to get out in front of everybody and have pumpkin spice before anybody else did. And my wife's like, well, now you've got to go get the pumpkin spice smoothies out, and then I need a pumpkin spice latte too. And I'm thinking, are you out of your mind? Like, it's still 90 degrees out, and you're thinking about pumpkin spice. No. She made me go get it, Bethany, I promise. It's Closet Diva. Oh my gosh. All right, my Closet Diva's been figured out.
I actually like this, Bethany. You can hang out as much as you want. She's done called you straight out, man.
We might as well get her on you might as well just join us in the booth at that point. Goodness gracious.
She's like,
that'd make it even funner.
She's like, Harold's the driver and Kid's the diva.
Nice.
Chocolate and butter pecan for Augie. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured Augie to be a butter pecan guy. I did. Sonia's with me on the half bake. She knows how good that is. That's some good stuff.
Then you go back. For me, you go old school. You got to put the Joan Jett and I Love Rocky Road, right? So.
Rocky Road's pretty good.
The Weird Al Yankovic song.
I know.
All right, getting back to going again. So 45 minutes left in the race, so just about halfway here. Dylan Clark will bring us back to the restart.
If he doesn't
Off we go, boom, and there's the American Airlines out front.
Flying away down into turn 1.
Yeah, as long as it's not Air Canada.
Nope. He took off on. Oh, he's gone. He's back. He's gone. No, he's back.
Side by side, Taco and the Tiny Horse. And Susie's now up in the picture with Kremet behind him.
You just said Taco and a Tiny Horse, and it's just like it just struck me. It just struck me odd. Like, what? If anybody's never listened to us before, and all of a sudden Harold's like, we've got a Taco going down under a Tiny Horse into turn one. What?
The Tiny Horse going under a Taco, and they're going to split Dylan Clark.
Yes, they did.
Oh,
wow. Vanilla, seriously? Come on.
As long as, Vanilla Bean, Lori would definitely be 100% with her.
Oh, no doubt.
Like,
no doubt.
Like real Vanilla Bean ice cream, like Breyers. Yep. So, all right, so Taco Gortman, man, he just needed to get around, and off he goes.
Kathy Joe's husband likes butter brickle.
Tiny Horse Taco.
That's good.
So you go to Taco Bell. I would like the special of the Tiny Horse Taco number 5 meal, please.
Yeah, 2 Tiny Horse tacos, a burrito, and a Mountain Dew, please.
So somebody needs to record that the next time we go to Taco Bell. I'd like to have 2 Tiny Horse tacos and a Mountain Dew. And some of them cinnamon things. Yep, edit Vanilla Bean. So, all right, number 6, Taco Gortman up front. Susie now up to the 2nd spot.
Where did he come from? He's been playing.
I don't know. He is the guy. He is the guy that sets the setup. So.
You aren't calling him out over the air, are you?
Oh, hey, wow. I'm just saying he's the guy that tunes these machines. So.
Okay. Ethan Michael's trying to get around Tiny Horse Johnson while he's at it.
Hey. To me, and I'm not just calling out. I'm not calling out the fact that he sets the setups. Anybody who understands enough about these cars that they can set a setup, those guys scare me because they know what to do in the car, and I just drive the darn thing and say it's too tight, too loose. Like, the guys that know what to check that out, they scare me because they know how to do things that I don't.
And that's rare, folks. Let me just tell you that Harold knows almost everything.
No.
And the fact that he doesn't know how to do that is something. We should call the newspapers on that.
I do not tune on cars. I never have, never will. Heck, I get my hands dirty and wrench on them, but that ain't the same.
My daughter's doing that, so I'll let her learn that stuff.
Wrench on cars. That's getting greasy. That's one thing, but to know what dial to turn to make the car get looser or tighter and change the air pressures and all that stuff. All I know is I go, it's tight. She don't like to turn, and then Andy goes, do this, and I said, okay.
And it fixes itself.
Oh no, he'll do something in the pits for me when I go to get the car, take it down pit lane, and all of a sudden it turns better.
Kathy Joe, Miss Katie is upstairs currently watching Tangled the Sing-Along. She made me sit here and watch Beauty and the Beast version of the Sing-Along, and now she's upstairs
it's watching funny, Angel and I were watching the Jack Skellington Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along.
He loves that. We haven't gotten to that yet. I'm sure we're getting there. But
they were watching
Katie's
Hocus
doing
Pocus.
Well. I was going to watch that tonight, but I ran out of time because we were watching Beauty and the Beast. So I will be watching Hocus Pocus too, since it is now out and available
on Disney+.
I got hooked on. By the way, I've gotten hooked on the show on ABC called Big Sky. Like I'd never heard of it, and then all of a sudden I started binging it on Hulu, and I'm like, okay, now I'm starting to hate characters, and like I'm telling people to kill this guy, and I feel really bad. Being a pastor, the last thing you want to do is talk about, man, why haven't you killed him yet? But that was what was coming out in me, Harold. It was kind of scary.
This 5-truck battle here.
Yeah, that thing's awesome. Look at those guys. They're like
training it, and they're coming to the back of the Tiny Horse. They're coming like a freight train. Here they come.
Let's hope he doesn't look in his rear view.
Hocus Pocus and pumpkin spice ice cream. She's calling out your
Bethany,
diva.
you've called me out enough tonight, don't you think? I mean, really? That's it. From now on, I'm using my deep voice. I don't want to be a diva anymore.
It won't help.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yep.
Big Sky is good. I was really surprised, but they show, like on Hulu, on the little box, they show my girl Reba McEntire, but I ain't seen her in an episode yet. So,
well, I watched the movie The Bullet Train.
Yeah, how was that?
And Sandra Bullock's in it. Her voice till like the very end.
I love me some Sandra Bullock.
It was actually pretty good. I actually thought it was pretty good. I'm not a big Brad Pitt fan, but I mean, hey, Girls Weekend.
All right, and Bethany, I'm in. I'm not gonna lie. I'll pull a girls' weekend off just like anything else. I'm not scared. Let's do it. Let's get one together. Let's do what we gotta do. How are we gonna do it? We can do it through what's that thing? Zoom. We'll Zoom girl weekend. That'll be fine. I'll put my hair in curler, all 3 strands of it.
Wow.
I ain't scared.
Well, you do got to give Ken one thing. Is there anything other than you that's male in your house?
My cat.
Your cat. That's it, right?
But that's
so
it.
There's a lack of testosterone in the building.
For a long time. Yeah.
I'll paint your toenail.
Well, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. What color are we going with? I'd like something that sparkles, of course. I'm not going to go just some plain color, so you better give me something good, okay?
Sonia, Lori and Angel had me put on Hocus Pocus 2. The only thing I liked about the beginning was the backstory. At the beginning of the new one.
The first one was good. I love the first one.
First one was actually pretty good. The second one, I think Bet's trying too hard. So, but hey.
I'm waiting for the new Santa. It's called the Santa Clauses that's coming out, and it's got Peyton Manning in it. I'm sorry, I can't wait to see that.
I did get to see the YouTube video of Eli Manning going out for Penn State. That was funny. And he says, Chad Powers, move fast, think fast. Run fast, think fast. Run fast, think fast.
Run fast, think fast.
And I think we were talking about that. I think you were talking about that. It is something coaches say as quarterback. You're supposed to run fast and think fast because they have to think as fast as they run. So that was kind of what he was trying to get at. It's Chad Powers. Yep.
And that was pretty funny. So Taco Gortman has decided to walk away from everybody. Clearly,
for now. But we know how we know how this usually ends.
Yeah. Well, and we all know there's at least a pit stop, if not 2 pit stops for some people. The trucks will probably
depends on what kind of cautions we get because they did go to 50 minutes, so they did 40 minutes.
Almost 50. Yeah, almost 50. You're right.
So we'll see. We'll actually get to see, of course, how that works. But we did see people like Dylan Clark starting to move up towards the end of there. And we also saw the trucks coming in, which now Turkle is the only truck that got through, as you see him on the high side there on the outside of Kremet.
Well, Joe's had a fast truck pretty much since we started the season.
Yep.
So, and
he does know how to wheel them trucks.
But there's no. You did not mention Candy Apple. You didn't mention Sparkle. Wow. I cannot diva if I don't look like a diva. That's all I'm saying.
Smoke on the front stretch.
Smoke on the front stretch. Yeah, that's like instead of the water, smoke on the front stretch. Somebody's barbecuing probably down in the pit lanes.
All right, so 36 to go as we've got Taco Gortman leading the way for the Cup Series. Joe Turkles, we're watching him here, is leading the trucks as they're leading the charge through the Cup Series, guys. And then we got Harley Barletta. I don't think we've talked to Harley before. At least not in the winner's circle. That Kodak Max car leading the way for Xfinity. And they're all on the same laps here together. All of them basically on the exact same pit strategy. Looks like all the cars are at this point.
Yeah, Tiny Horses. What? Now what?
Andy says if you get him a template, he can paint toes if it has an iRacing template.
They'd have to be Sasquatch toes, Andy, on mine. You know that.
I need a template. Somebody send me a template. and inside jokes for painters on iRacing, they actually have like Photoshop, GIMP, whatever. It's like a template. It's how the paint is flattened, so it can be painted on a painting program and then basically wrapped onto the car. Put a pretty red Pegasus on his piggies. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, you get your red Pegasus.
There you go.
DJ
now,
Trout go down to pit.
That would be okay. That'd be okay.
Keith Fonseca is done for the night.
Why, Sonia?
Not sure why, because he hadn't used his fast repair and he just now lapped down. I wonder something might have happened to his connection.
Power blinked. She just said the power blinked.
Ah, that sucks. Yep, that's not cool.
All right, well he got that sucks. All right,
He got that sucked.
no. What I was gonna say is earlier in the season he got a what do you call it? Just send this thing across the screen. Send the hairy guy across the screen.
I was trying to say is he needs one of those.
I don't know what I'm trying to say, but the same two guys that got it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago are going to get it again. Adam Benefield and Keith Fonseca are getting it because apparently systems don't like them or something doesn't like them, but
Hurricanes
they're both
love
out.
them.
Hurricanes love them. Other things love them, but apparently their systems don't. So Keith, Sonia, tell Keith he won again. And this time it's for real. He got the real one. And then Adam Benefield again as well. That doesn't mean there won't be one more, but we haven't seen Sasquatch in a while.
I did see a meme about Hurricanes getting beat. That nothing beats a hurricane except for like Western Tennessee or Middle Tennessee.
Oh, that's messed up. Yeah.
We were talking about that earlier in the week, weren't we? When there's the upsets for football this week.
Miami, yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say they've already been upset, right? Was it Middle Tennessee that beat them, or somebody? Somebody that shouldn't have beat them.
Yeah,
it beat them.
Yep.
But
that's what I was saying. It's like Hurricanes can't be beat except for Biden. I was like, ouch.
Speaking of power for 3 seconds, that's
speaking about Miami, we got Tataloga.
Tua Tagliabue.
Yeah.
I
know his younger brother throws for Maryland.
Tua Tagliabue Foda or whatever.
Well, he used to throw for Alabama. Now he's up there in Miami. And then his brother throws out for the Terps in Maryland. Which is why I haven't been to
a Terps game in a while.
Which is why you were telling me how they had such a powerful offense. Well, that's kind of where they got an arm back there at least.
So they have 3 receivers at Maryland that are going to be NFL stars. They're phenomenal receivers. The rest of my gracious. That was not tiny. He's a lot tinier now. Holy smokes, did he hit that hard. Upside down, turned all around, and back on 4 wheels. And I'm looking at his face, and it doesn't look like there's a smile there. Wow. He done did hit that wall full force. That thing should look like a Toyota Tercel after that. I think he had help too, by the way.
Yep.
Well, the good news for Tiny Horse, of course, is he has a
fast repair. All right, so
which
the
he will be
38
using.
and the 81 here.
All right.
81 high, 38 low.
Coming off. I bet he tries to get in front of him. Yep, not clear.
Oh!
Bam!
I don't. We go back to that. It's like I'm not sure which one was moving more than the other.
Hey,
So-
Katie, your buddy's on tonight, finally. Yep.
Well, they're both going for the midline. You know,
Yeah, they're going midline.
both of them were going for the midline at the same time. So, rule number one: only one car can be in one
Only
spot.
one car fits in that spot. That's
right.
exactly right.
Only one
Exactly
car can
right.
be there at a time. So, you know, they call that in air traffic control. It says only one can occupy the same space at a time. You know, two
Yep.
dots do not make one. They make a
for
crash.
moment. For a brief moment, it was there.
So we've got under 30 minutes left, and this is going to allow people. Well, that was actually still green. The
Yes.
caution
Oh, we
did
haven't
not
stopped.
go.
No, we did not stop.
That really hurts Ryan Tiny Horse because he's got to come down not only under a gimpy car to get it fixed, but it's under green flag conditions.
True.
And Josh Susi was also down a lap for that. Justin Gibbs down a lap as well. But those guys just did their fuel.
Get it out there,
and
Harold. What are you trying to say?
they did fuel and tires.
Hey,
Well,
you go.
30 minutes left. So they've got it to the end here. We think these other guys are going to have to pit again. Taco
Yeah, we got quite a
Gortman
few
leading the
going
way,
down.
and Ethan Michaels about 3 seconds behind him in the trucks, leading the way for the truck series. And they're starting to spread out a little bit there. And then Harley Barletta continues to lead the way for the Xfinity.
Dylan's coming down. Kremet, Kevin Garoni, Turkle, Crane, all of these guys. Harridges, Peterson, McKinney, McMillan, all of these guys. are
One
either
comes in,
going
they're all
or coming
coming
off.
in.
Yep.
And here comes Taco. So that'll give the lead back to Ethan Michaels. First time a truck will be leading the race.
And he stretched it out to 38 laps. So let's see how much farther he can go before he has to come down.
We're going to have a lot of cars coming in and off onto pit lane, off with new tires, fuel cells full. It's going to really shake up this field. You're going to have a lot of coming and going. Fun. This is where it gets really interesting with these three classes. Is you know, the difference between full tire, full fuel, and then DJ Trout just disconnected.
Up. DJ Rainbow Trout no longer
He
out
was
there.
having an issue. He didn't make the grid. So,
Well, I only have him down as 5 laps.
yeah.
Yep, I only had him down as 5 laps, so.
5 laps down.
Yep, 5 laps down is all I'm showing him. Yeah, he's going now, obviously, but I don't know. Sasquatch's hand is in the way, but it's all good. Yeah, he's going now, obviously, but
Cars are blinking like
I don't know,
crazy.
Sasquatch's
So,
hand is in the way. Yeah, I think we're getting into some of that storm starting to affect a lot of people.
cars are blinking like crazy.
I don't know where half these guys are, I think but we're getting into some of that. A lot of blinking for a lot of people.
Cars are blinking like crazy.
There see some more cars coming off, getting ready to go out onto the either going on the pit lane or coming off the pit lane. There see some more cars coming off, getting ready to go out onto the either going on the pit lane or coming off the pit lane. Yeah, Sonia, that's going to come literally come right over top of you when it gets to you guys. So you're gonna really feel the wind. Literally, probably tomorrow morning, later tonight into tomorrow morning. You're pretty much in the path of where it's heading. So, batten down the hatches.
I had to get rid of somebody in the YouTube chat. That's why some of the things was happening. Sorry.
There's some bad stuff going on.
Somebody advertising an adult dating site, so I figured that would be something that doesn't need to pertain to racing. So I needed to make them go away.
I missed that one. Oh, okay.
All right, so Ethan Michaels continues to lead 8/10 over the pork chop. Dylan Clark trying to get his lap back here.
Yeah, I'd say 2 a.m.
Oh, that's not the pork chop. I'm sorry, that's Kevin Gary.
Gary. Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking pork chop. Pork chop's back there in 6th spot, the lap down. So Humphrey has manually disconnected as well. So we're starting to lose people.
He's 5 laps down.
I think we're giving her heartburn and she hasn't had to eat nothing.
Yeah, well, Bethany, we tend to do that. We love to talk food, and some of them like to jump in and talk about food too, and it's just part of it, you know.
It's what we do.
It's what we do. We got like 12 Jennies.
We're like peas and carrots. Actually,
I got
Angel
comes
to me as I got home from work today. She goes, "Dad, I was running.
I
about fell over." She said it just like Tom Hanks did. I was running.
Got shrimp Creole, shrimp kebab, shrimp sandwiches.
We even had the rain that come up.
Yeah, that's right. Had rain sideways.
Yeah, all kinds of rain.
Stinging rain.
Inner fat kid loves it, huh? Hey,
you'll be all right. If you just go stare at the Ben and Jerry's thing, and you'll gain like 2 more pounds.
Here's the thing: you got 2 pastors on here, and I can tell you, if God did not intend us to eat the food, He would not have made it taste that good. I'm sorry, that's just the way it is. Whoa, sliding is Ethan Michaels.
Ethan, okay.
Woo! Wow. Guess he doesn't need those tires no more.
Yeah. I don't know how biblical that response was, Harold, but I'm going to go with it. I mean, you know.
I didn't say it was biblical. I just said if God, if He didn't intend us to eat, that He wouldn't have made it taste so good.
I was hoping that it would rain out, you guys wouldn't go, and we'd go figure out food for tomorrow night. But I mean, you know, it's all good. Y'all go do your thing. Keep, you know.
Well, we're trying to talk her into doing an escape room in Middletown. We saw the one that's got many of them. Like $30, but they're like 4 to 8 people or whatever.
I might introduce Jim Moody to, I might take Jim to our little Korean place. Yeah. That might happen. Little bibimbap bowl.
Make a deep fried Oreo. Heck yeah.
Oh, I love deep fried Oreos. Holy smokes, they're so good.
So Garrett leads the way now here as we see the spaghetti ship come up.
The spaghetti ship.
Yeah, it's Gishel in the spaghetti ship.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I look at his car and I can only think of the book. You know, it's like, women are like spaghetti, men are like waffles.
I've not heard that.
Really?
No, I've not. I've heard men are from Mars and
women are from Venus. Yeah.
Venus, or
but the one about spaghetti, it's how we think. It's men compartmentalize everything. And women kind of can do everything, so this is more like spaghetti, you know. And Lori proves that to me all the time. She has pop-ups, and we'll be in a movie theater, and she goes, "You know what? We need milk." And I'll be like, "What?"
I do that sometimes, though.
I'm like, "What? What?" like, well, you want me to go to the snack bar and get you some milk?
All right, Garrett Seidner dropped off. He is getting his pit. Yep.
So everybody's pitted already, so I think everybody's good to the end here. With Taco Gortman, 21 minutes left to go here.
That's an impressive run for an Xfinity car. He ran 48 laps on that stint, Harold.
Yep. Tangential thought. Well, there's another guy that talked about, he said it as women have pop-ups, like a computer screen. Guys, we want everything like in front of us. We got to focus on that one thing that's in front of us, and we hate pop-ups. And then For some reason, my wife can handle 1,000 pop-ups. It drives me nuts. I watched her with her computer screen, and there's like a 4,000 windows are open, and I'm like, how do you get anything done? You know, with that many windows open. But she handles it. I can't do it.
I can't stand pop-ups.
Yeah.
I've got to have clean. I mean, I just have to. All right, now the question is: everybody's pitted. They've stopped. You got 20 minutes left. The trucks, I would assume, have to at least stop one more time. Taco Gortman has almost a 4-second lead over Josh. Dylan Clark not far behind, and he's probably coming in a hurry. What are you pointing at? Oh,
All
wee
of
bit of
that.
damage.
Yeah.
Wee bit of damage. That might have made him faster. You never know.
It's definitely changed the dynamic of the car. Changed how that car is riding, that's for sure.
Well, he seems to like it because he's putting them farther and farther behind now.
If it was bothering him too much, he would have gotten a faster pair. He still has a car in the stall if he needs it.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
as we're just under 20 minutes to go. And
The only one that has used it in the top 5, Josh has used his so far.
Yeah. And Nathan
Everyone else-
Manwaring leading the Xfinity Series has used his. Well, Turkle with looks like he's got fuel to the end is number 2 overall.
Fueled to the end. You think he can make it all the way to the end on that, huh?
Actually, maybe.
18 minutes, 18 and a half, and he's got 19 laps on that. I don't know.
No, that would put him at like 60 laps. I don't think they can
Yeah, I don't
make it
think
to
he
the
can do
end.
it. No,
It'll be
he's gotta
interesting.
hit, gotta hit at least once. Now,
But
he
the
doesn't
car, you
necessarily
think
have
the
to do
cars can
tires.
go though, right?
Cars can go. At this point, you're looking at almost all of them can go the full stint. Some of these guys, Garrett Seidler, I mean, he's only got 4 laps on his run right now because he waited to the very end. Gitchell just went back down pit lane, so he's going to be another lap down here in just a second. But yeah, they just showed that, I mean, Xfinity can run 48, 49 laps, so if they can run that long, the Cup cars and the Xfinity cars, they're good to go. Trucks cannot. There's no way.
All right, looking through the field here. Number 22 of Matt Kopp. I think it's around Ethan Michaels.
Yeah, so Nate Manwaring is leading the Xfinity. Harley Barletta, and then Corey Harridges. Trucks is Joe Turkle, then Richard Crane, Kevin Garoni, and then the rest is Taco Gorman, Dylan Clark, Kremitz there, Josh, and Justin Gibbs. So all of those should be able to go to the end.
The Ryan
I'm just
Johnson
amazed
is
at
the
Turkle.
first car lap down, so he's probably waiting for a yellow hanky. So you got Ryan Tiny Horse Johnson did take his car on that, but he definitely would like some help with the wave around.
Well, I don't think he's going to get a yellow unless something drastic happens.
Taco Gortman here still leading the way. He's putting Ethan Michaels down a lap. .43. I think who that is. My eyes trying to adjust. Who is that 43 ride there? That's the reason why it's messing me up. I think is not the 43. That's why it's messing me up.
43, yeah.
I think that's McKinney. That's supposed to be the 11, but he's running 43.
Okay.
Am I going, where is it? I don't see no 43. Up. Tiny Horse has disconnected.
the horse has went back to the barn. So all of you Tiny Horse Johnson fans, on his debut return.
His homecoming.
His homecoming, yeah, not so much. Turkle has gotten around to second overall, but again, there's no way he holds that. In about 5 more laps to maybe 10 more laps, he's going to be coming down. We're down to 25 cars left out there, Harold.
It's been a pretty it's been for Atlanta, it's been really interesting to see cars not making it. But again, you know, we were already short because of the hurricane, and then we might see some subsidiary issues, some weather issues that we saw Fonseca and a few others that are having issues with their connections. There's Garrett in the North 50 trying to get back up on the lead lap. Right there behind that 6. He's like, get out of my way. I got better tires, quick, man.
Yep. He got it back the hard way, that's good.
Under 15 to go. Reminder, after 8 minutes, they will put the yellow flag away.
Yeah, they're pretty spread out too, so someone's either blowing tires or something like that if they're going to cause a caution at this point. You don't see a lot of, you know, close racing. Although Manwaring and Barletta now jumped into the top 10. They're now 5th and 6th. Kevin Gagari took over the trucks. So.
Yep, as we have people starting to pit.
Yep. There's going to be a lot of people locked down here.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I did not expect Atlanta to be this this spread out. And Dylan's not cutting into Taco's lead much at all.
Nope.
And in fact, he's in some parts of the track he's gaining. It looks like in 3 and 4 he gains, and 1 and 2 he loses. Yep, that's what it looks like. So he comes through one. I mean, he's 5 seconds, almost 5 seconds behind. And then you see him go down to 4.8, goes back up to 5 seconds. So somewhere on the track he's faster than Gortman, but overall he's not touching that lead. 4.8 seems to be the closest he can get to him.
Still a lot of laps into this stint left. About a good 20 laps or so left in the race.
Yeah, like I said, I think the rest of the guys are going to make it. Kevin's not. I mean, Kevin and Ethan are going to have to pit again, I think. If there's that many laps left. If there's 20 laps left, they're going to have to pit too. So Turkle could theoretically take the truck lead back over again. Is that Gortman coming in?
Gortman is coming in, yes.
On 30 laps.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so is Kremet. Dylan Clark came in as well.
They're all What the front door is going on?
They figured they're not going to be able to make it all the way to the end, so they'd rather get in and get tires.
Wow. Color me surprised.
Nathan Manwaring.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's going to try to push this as far as he can. Now, Barletta's 2 laps to the good on Manwaring as far as length. He's run 30. She's Barletta's run 28 laps. Manwaring's run 30 laps.
I think that'll be 48 laps that Barletta can do. I thought we had that before, no?
We did. Yeah, we just had it demonstrated not too long ago. I can't remember who it was that did it, but Seidner did it, I think.
Under 10 to go here. Under 10 minutes to go.
$31 for Nathan. I'm going to take a stab and say they can make it, Harold.
Yeah? No. And then you got Kevin Gagari. I think he'll be right there on the cusp. We'll see.
I don't think he can do it. I mean, the trucks that are left is him and Ethan. I don't know how they're going to do it, but everybody else. Now, Seidner, keep this in mind. Garrett Seidner in the 50, he ran at the farthest, so he's only at 21 laps. If the 2 in front of him cannot go, he's sitting in the catbird seat, so to speak.
Dylan Clark manually disconnected and then back in, so I think he had an issue with his car, his connectivity as well. Number 34.
A lot of attrition, and a lot of it has to do with disconnections and flashing in and out, things like that. Barletta gaining some. Again, there's certain spots where one car is better than the other. So they're basically...
There's like Barletta's about a half a second faster.
So they run 2 laps in a minute. So if that theory, 2 laps in a minute, 8 minutes to go. 16, that's 40. Man, that's pushing it. But I think they can do it. That's almost 50 laps, excuse me. 50 laps almost.
Well, Barletta's got about 4 seconds to get to the race leader, Nathan Manwaring.
I don't think that's going to be necessary. Barletta can let it run out as far as this goes if Nate's got a pit. Turkle's now up in 4th. And again, he's
chewing up the leader.
He's 13th. Yeah, I mean, he's got 13 laps. He's got fresh tires. He'll pull Kevin in real quick. Because there's 2.14 between the two.
1.8 now.
1.8, yep. So the old configuration has caused quite the stir this evening. And now it's brought everybody back to see just exactly who's going to take the whole thing.
And Turkle, you saw him just on the outside of the screen there behind the 58. See him right there, that green. He's within 1.2. As I said, 0.8 puts him in the draft. And here's a gaggle of cars. They're going to slow him down. Nowhere for the 58 to go.
Nope.
Turkle within 1.1 now.
Turkle's still running. The only person running faster than him right now is Taco Gortman running 31 seconds. Joe's at 32.6, so he's running faster than any other truck that's out there. And Joe's about to take Barletta down right now.
Now what Barletta wanted to do in trying to chase down Nathan Manwaring. He's been under attack by these two trucks, putting him further away from Nathan Manwaring, almost 4 seconds back. Tyler Gortman, pretty much the only cup car, about 6 seconds back to Kremet. So the two frogs leading the way here.
And they're both running 32, same as Joe.
All right, so here's the battle for the trucks. They're now within a half a car length of each other with a lap truck in front of them and on the outside.
Yep. This is a tough spot to be in.
And Taco Gortman wanting to get around.
There you see Joe goes to the outside. Taco's got to figure out which way he's going to go. Joe's going to run that high side, but man, oh man, did Taco Gortman catch them in a hurry.
And there's the number 12.
There's the move. There's the move. There's first place.
Corey Herrigs on the outside of Turkle.
I don't think Turkle can hold off Taco Gortman.
Under 4.5, so there's about 4 minutes to go here. 4:16 to the end. Gortman looking to get around Turkle to get over to second overall.
What a run.
To put him in the second overall spot.
That is a run right there.
So Barletta now 2.8 seconds behind Nathan Manwaring, so he's behind this group here. And we see Taco Gortman getting close to Nathan Manwaring.
Yep.
Looking at the inside right there as Taco takes over the overall lead. 3:45 left.
3:45, and Nathan's still out there trying to run it to the end.
Barletta's 2.8 behind him and closing.
42 laps on those tires. Only 12 for Taco. Joe's got, Turkle's got 40 or 20 on his. So the two with the least amount there, of course, looking good.
So 3 minutes left. Once the zeros hit the clock, the white flag will come out. Then the next time the leader passes, the race will be official under checkered flag.
That was impressive. Is quite a
2.5 to go.
Quite a haul there, Harold. Taco did, bringing them in as quick as he did, and then basically walked away. I mean, 3-3 over Joe now.
So the next one's gonna be Manwaring and Barletta. This isn't over for the Xfinity Series.
Not by a long shot.
Because right behind them, there he is. Actually, no, the Barletta's the yellow car, so he's 1.7.
Yeah.
Be right there. There he is at the end.
There.
Top.
Yep.
150 to go.
As long as the gas holds out. Oof. Let's just say he's pushing it. He's at 46 laps now on this stint. And he's got a minute 31 to go. And
Barletta is now within the 8.8 seconds.
Yeah.
So he's got his draft.
Yep. I think he's going to run out of gas. There he goes.
Barletta on the high side, Manwaring on the bottom.
I'm betting he's running out of gas.
All right, under a minute to go. Man, we're going to be at 49 laps at the end of this.
Yep. Yep, he's out. He's got to be out now.
Yep. 130, 125, 120, 119. Nathan Manwaring out of gas. 30 seconds left.
Cool.
So Taco Gortman.
Barletta hadn't crossed the line yet either, so keep that in mind.
Yep, I'm watching. So 19 seconds. Gortman may get one more lap after this one. 13, 12, 11.
Yeah,
Looks like we'll get one more lap here. White flag out. So the white flag in the air here. So Taco Gortman, once he gets through here, will be the end of this.
By the way, Seidner is in a hurry, which means Barletta's got to be out of gas because it's 10. He just passed. Yep, Seidner just
out of gas. Yes.
Bam.
Wow.
Cushy called it.
Did not save enough. So Garrett going to be walking away with it for fuel strategy. So Gortman gets the win. Look at to Turkle. He's going to come off of 4. Catch the win for these guys. Let's get Garrett Seidner. We'll get all of them in today. Off of turn 4.
Indeedy. Yes, indeedy. The first time I ever called anything, Harold.
There you go. All 3 drivers we got to see go across the line today.
That's right. Now they're crashing in the back, of course, because that's what they do. That was a great race. Surprising finish, to say the least. It's burn 'em down time.
Garrett, this is his 4th win of the season.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we've talked to him several times. Oh, that's beautiful. Nice slide. Now he's going to go in the middle and blow them all up. Oh, these guys are crazy. I'm pretty sure from the smoke coming out of
the 50's done.
50, he's done. Yeah, he's smoking.
He's smoking. Yeah. All right, let's work one at a time here. So
all right.
And put him next to his buddy here so we can put that on. Dry and let's get with Taco. All right, Taco Gortman in with us in his number 6 Hooters ride. Man, you got the lead and off to the races you went.
Yeah, man. Atlanta's one of those tracks, and I mean, coming in tonight, I was scared. I mean, the car was horrible, like loose. It was terrible. But it was a lot of fun. I mean, we had one of the fastest cars all day, and man, it feels good. 3 in a row. Wow, that was some white knuckle racing. It was tough. You had to be on the edge every lap there. It was rough.
Harold, how many seconds did he win over everybody else? Was it like 6 seconds? Are we buying this? It was a difficult thing.
Well, He might have thought. I think what happened was Taco watched the NASCAR race at Texas and was thinking that right rear tire was going to detonate. That's what he was.
Is that what it was?
That's what it was.
Yeah, these crappy tires. You just got to kind of watch them, and I mean, I took a hard hit in practice. Definitely one of the hardest hits I've ever took in this car. So, but we managed to stay in it.
Concussion protocol. He shouldn't be driving.
Yeah.
How many fingers are we holding up right now?
I'm gonna say 11 right now, honestly.
That's it. That's beautiful. That's exactly what we got.
Oh man, it's great.
So the pit. I'm gonna say this because I did call a few things that I finally got right. You're gonna be proud of me. I said that the two Manwaring and who was the other one? Barletta. I said they're gonna run out of gas, so Seidner's got a chance to take it over. I got that right. You threw me though. You only ran a 30-lap stint, got new tires, gas, and then walked the dog after that. Planned, or you just thought that's the best option? I'm gonna go for it.
I knew there was two ways to go for this last state. Excuse me there. There was two ways to go. You either just run it out and hope you don't, lose all that time on those old tires if people do pit. But then once I seen I had a 5-second gap over Dylan, and I seen Dylan and Luke and all them pit, I was like, well, I might as well, and at that point I knew I had the fastest car, especially in those first 30 laps. And as long as I didn't mess up, we were good.
Yeah, I mean, you look good throughout the whole day. You're right. You had the fastest car out there. Joe Turkle, who we're going to talk to in a little bit, he had a great truck today, too, and he proved it by coming in second overall. But a lot of attrition today, too. Anything that you saw about this, or just the fact that it's the old track and people aren't used to it? What do you think?
Yeah, this old track's so abrasive, so bumpy. Just it's a tough track overall, and I mean, just it's a lot of struggling and learning. And I mean, a lot of us were struggling out there, even up front, just to hold on to the car. But I mean, props to everybody for sticking to it, and they did a great job.
So what would happen? And maybe I put it out. I've not talked to the admins about it. But what if they bopped the Cup and the Xfinity Series to have the equal fuel cell with the trucks?
That would be interesting. Like, the Xfinity and trucks, they do have the same fuel cell. It's just, with the different throttle times. The Cup does have a bigger fuel cell. I mean, I'm down for it always when it comes to fuel. You know me, I love fuel strategy. So,
I think it would be interesting if everybody had to pit at around the same pit number, and we'd see a lot more interaction with the trucks. The trucks were definitely the fastest cars out there.
Yeah, for sure. They could hold the throttle a lot longer, so they were flying.
Well, and Joe's been fast. I mean, we look back at the last couple races. Joe's been there almost every time, so you're not surprised to see him. But yeah, I think if it played out a little differently, but. Lucas, you're good at like running the fuel cells. As you said, you love fuel strategies. Some guys don't, and they get a little bent out of shape about it. But I think this year everybody's a lot closer, don't you think? Like, I feel like competition-wise, people are a lot closer. We're running closer races all the way through.
Yes, for sure. It's definitely a lot closer between all three classes and everyone in between. This season's definitely the most competitive. So to come out and do what I've been doing, it feels really awesome, with how competitive this season is.
I agree. All right, well, shake it down, thank people, and we'll let you go celebrate.
All right, as always, I forgot last week, and I got an earful. John Gammett Designs for this beautiful paint, and as most of my paints that I run. Yeah. Huge thank you to them. Everyone at Back Row eSports, Taco Lover Racing, Keith, Sonia, Wheeler, John, Luke, Ryan, everybody. Love those guys. And you guys for broadcasting, all the admins. And I hope to see you guys next week.
All right, man. Appreciate you. Thanks so much. Great job. And we will see you next week.
Hey, thank you.
We're going to move them around here.
Moving.
We can get.
Oh, we're going to go to Joe.
Yeah. Hey, Joe Turkle in the booth with Harold and Cushy. You're going to bring that 15 home. Man, what a strong showing in the 15 truck. And we were talking just a minute ago to Taco. If you guys had a different fuel cell, we would have a whole different story about where that Turkle ride would be.
Yeah. It was a rocket ship, that's for sure. I appreciate it.
So Atlanta old school. Lucas was saying that it's bumpy, it's rough. How did the truck handle? I mean, you look like you could pretty much do what you wanted to. Anything about the old setup that worked better for you, Joe?
I really didn't notice any bumpiness in the track, but with the trucks, I mean, they stick everywhere at this track, and I really didn't have an issue as far as I could run low, I could run high. So I really didn't have a strategy going into it because, like I told you last week, I'm not a huge fan of old Atlanta.
Right.
But somehow I pulled this one out of the hat.
So, fuel strategy, we were just talking about, we even mentioned it. What, as Harold said, wouldn't it be great if you were all on the same fuel cell? That would have been a different story. How many laps could you honestly think you push if you had to push it and that you knew that was going to be the last thing? I was seeing around 34, 35 maximum. What would you say?
Honestly, I didn't stretch it out that far, and I never looked to see. I was keeping it around 15 minutes between pit stops because my tires were just going away so fast. I was driving a little aggressive. I wasn't saving tires like I should have.
Well, no, but that's a great point, Harold, that he brings up about tires, and we think about fuel strategy, but I didn't even think about how fast the tires might have gone away on these, especially as Joe just said, they could go high, they could go low. He could basically put it anywhere he wanted. Well, fantastic looking truck again, of course, Joe. But who would you like to thank this week, sir?
Thank you guys for the broadcast. Thank everybody and all the admins for the league. Thank Josh McKinney. We've been working together and doing some races, and I'd like to thank my wife as always and my kids.
Good idea. Yeah. All right, brother. Well, it was good talking to you again. And we liked seeing that beautiful truck in Victory Lane, and maybe we'll talk next weekend and do it all over again. How's that?
Sounds good. I could get used to this.
I bet you could. All right, Joe. Great job.
Thanks, guys.
Yep. Hey, while you're bringing up the next one, Bethany, I think we lost 5 trucks or five or six that we lost during the race as far as going off.
All right, so we're going to put Garrett Signer up here with us. Garrett, you got to be the winningest guy this season.
Yeah.
It's another one.
Did it differently this week.
You did do it differently. That's a fact. I did predict it for the first time. I can't predict the winner to save my life, but I can predict if somebody's going to run out of gas or not. And I had a feeling, looking at you, when you came out, you had run, I think you were only at 21 when I'm looking at the other guys, and they're already at 35, 36, and I'm thinking, those guys might not be able to make it. If you're doing a half a second a lap, and you had I think it was 8 minutes, we talked about it, Harold, wasn't it? 8 minutes, I brought that up. And I thought, man, maybe that's not going to happen. Dude, great job by stretching that one. You stretched out one segment as long as you could, then pitted. That was your benefit, right?
Yeah, we just capitalized on what other people didn't, I guess. Yeah, we that stage was really interesting to finish. So we lined up third for that last long run. And we had a freak incident with Keith Fonseca on the back where he warped all over the place, and it gave me right front damage for some reason. And I was basically just soldiering on until I got to my pit stop. But I was also a little too far back to really pit too. If I pit early, they're just going to run me down anyway.
Yeah,
so I was
sure.
Might as well just stretch it all the way I can.
Well, Keith lost power. That's what happened to Keith.
Yeah,
it was a shame. Because Sonia was on there. She goes, yep, 3 seconds of power disappeared. So, that was tough. I mean, it wasn't anything he could do and nothing you could do. But
absolutely.
He had a Denny Hamlin moment, but there's nobody.
He had a Denny Hamlin moment.
He had no screens. So
yeah. Had no screens, but 50 car looked good all day. You seemed to be able to, no matter what you did, you tended to run them down, get back up there. What did you like the most about your car today?
I loved ripping the wall. That's my favorite part about it. The only problem is that obviously the other two classes were just much better, either in the corner or the cup was faster down the straight. So
The
it was
trucks
just
don't have to let up. That was
Yeah.
the truck. The trucks could do anything they wanted. Joe was
Yeah.
just saying he could pretty much put it where he wanted to.
Yeah, and whereas we like going into the corner, like even on the like outside, I was having to lift to get it to rotate. And I don't even know if they use brakes or not, like with the trucks, but
Trucks full open, no brake.
yeah. So yeah, we were using
Let
brakes,
her
but trying to do everything I can to rail it around the outside. But yeah, that was the fun part about it. It's being able to use different lines. That was pretty cool.
Well, sir, you're driving a beautiful looking car, and I know that you'd like to point out, since we've talked to you a few times, but go ahead and tell us who does those beautiful designs and who you'd like to thank.
Yeah, absolutely. The beautiful paint scheme for tonight is done in collaboration with Ray Tustin and John Peterson. Those two head up my paint schemes for pretty much everything, and the sponsor on the car, Forest Glory Art and Photography. You got the first win with them on the car. That's
There you go.
really big with that one. And yeah, friends, family, whoever else is listening to this or watching. So yeah, pretty cool. Win number 4.
There you go, brother. All right. Well, of course, you did dominate, and we appreciate you joining us tonight. Go celebrate, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, man.
All right, so we're going to move on to the next segment here. Basically moving on and on we go. So let's see, here we go. That and let's go our race summary by McConey Setup Shop. Race recap to Elswick eSports Hotlanta 90. Taco Gortman ended up winning 3 cautions for 15 laps to include the stage break. And the fastest was Taco with 31.466. 34 drivers started the race. And moving on to our results. There is our cup results. Gortman, Kremet, Susi, Gibbs, all on the lead lap. 2 back was Ramsdale, Gitchell. 6 backs was Clark. Clark had a disconnect. Johnson with a bad hit in a flip, which put him in no caution, took him out there. Keith Fonseca with a blip with electricity. Adam Benefield back 134. He was involved really early with some issues. And I believe that is if that is it. Yep. So moving on to Xfinity.
All right, Garrett, we just finished talking to Patrick Anderson, came in second, the only other guy on the lead lap. Then you had Harley Barletta, Corey Harridges, John Peterson, Matthew Kopp, Josh McKinney, Nathan Manwaring, who we thought was going to do it, ran out of gas as well. Vinny Tybee and John Humphrey, 52 laps down. Matthew Boston Wheeler had issues early on, lost the car, and then just really had to ride around how he was. Kyler McCarthy and then Stephen Wood.
I don't think Kyler McCarthy or Stephen Wood took to the green flag. And with our final is our trucks. Joe Turkle wins, and Ethan Michaels, Kevin Garoni, Richard Crane, and Douglas Pasaki all on the lead lap. 1 back was Kevin Gary and Gary, and then Jonathan Cusimano's 3 back, McMillan 3 back, Joe Brewer 27 back. DJ Trout had issues with connectivity tonight, did not make the grid even, and he's finished his 56 back. And of course, there's our race controller. So that being that is our split decision triple threat here at Elswick eSports Hotlanta 90 at Atlanta Motor Speedway in Hampton, Georgia. So I'd like to thank our sponsor there. Our sponsor was Elswick eSports today. They presented the Hotlanta 90. And we'll be moving on to, I believe it was Iowa next week. Double check that, making sure so I don't give you the wrong information.
Oh, so I jumped the tracks early. Is that what I did, Harold, when I thought we were in Iowa?
Yeah, we're going Iowa next week at night. For Into Being will be that, and then Road America, Corey Herrigs is going to be the sponsor for that, and then we'll be to Dover. So, and then Legacy, Texas. So we're going to the Old Texas as well. So Iowa, Road America, Dover, and the Old Texas will be October.
Those sound like some fun tracks coming up, so that's awesome. By the way, just wanted to say, Sonia, it's good to see Kathy Joe. Of course, Augie was there. Joe Turkle's on. He just jumped in now. Over Bethany on the other side, thanks for having fun. That was awesome. Andy, of course, jumped in as well. And right now, Taco and Dylan are going at it because Dylan said he doesn't know how he lost. But it happens. But it was good. We had a lot of great fun tonight, Harold. Anything you saw that kind of stood out tonight?
Like I was saying, maybe the a bug in the ear of our admins, man. BOP, which is balance of power, is what it stands for.
Yeah.
For those that might have wondering what I was talking about, bopping, it's what they do in IMSA. They bop the cars to make the class even. Now, of course, so the three classes are different, of course, but I was thinking they could still balance the power. There's ways, percentages, fuel stuff they can do to maybe balance the cup car back a little bit to make them all have to pit around the same time period, and that may throw another wrench into this thing. But maybe something to think about for the next series, the next season. But I love this fact that we have so many different strategies running around. Green flag racing causes lots of strategies. Also, the different vehicles, the different speeds, trucks being able to rip it everywhere. The Cup Series, like he said, I think Garrett was saying, they had the straightaway speed. The Xfinity had the finesse. So.
Yeah, it was good to watch. I mean, I liked the ability of the trucks. I think it always brings something different to it when the trucks can pretty much do what they want, go where they want to go. It always throws a wrench in when it comes to pit stops, though, of course, because they're running on that smaller fuel cell. But yeah, it's really cool. That's what I like about Triple Threat, as we call these races. We used to call singles as to whatever division they were in, and that's great. But these guys, when they're coming off pit lane, when they're going on pit lane, when you have the slower vehicles versus the finesse vehicles versus the strong vehicles, it really changes the elements. It makes it look like a much better racing. Just all around better racing, because you've got so much to watch and so much to look for. And then, of course, at the end, Harold, it seems like we're getting better and better finishes as we go on through the season, and you're starting to see cars and guys try to take chances a little more. But in the end, some of this speed kills, you know what I mean? And Joe Turkle's proved it, and Garrett himself also has proved it, where speed kills. I mean, eventually they're going to catch you. And when they catch you, they're going to blow your doors off and they're going to walk away. And that's what we've seen, I think.
Yeah, definitely a lot of different things happening on the track, and they have to think about all of it. You could think about one of the other series could become a jam car that gets in the way. Because if you think about it, if you got two Xfinity guys fighting for position, and you got two faster cars coming up who are also fighting for position, if I'm one of those other cars, I'm fighting for position. I'm not letting anybody go by me.
Right.
So that's something that they got to keep in mind. But next week we will be moving out to Iowa. It's a smaller track. It is a short track. These many cars, the three divisions on a short track, is going to be an interesting call for next week.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're 100% right. So, well, thanks everybody. I'm sure Harold's going to take us out, and good seeing everybody and having fun, and we look forward to next Friday.
All right, we'll be back again as we take on Iowa, the house that Rusty built, next week. We'll see you guys at the next turn.
What an exciting race, brought to you by Wendigo Studios. Here they come, out of turn 4, to the white flag, and it's 1 to go. Thank you to all our sponsors, drivers, and viewers. We'll see you at the next turn.